hiding a little bit.
Like 3 on B. Right here. Oh crap, I'm back. 3 KK, bro. He ain't too much. I'm the one, bro.
No, never.
Probably hard, Carl.
Only on Tuesday.
Bro, that pistol is ridiculous.
But I feel like some.
Oh! So in September, when the Black Ops 6 beta came out, the only sniper that you could use was the LR762. And I think everyone, when we played the beta, kind of thought the same thing, that there was going to be another sniper that was a lot faster and a lot probably better. I thought the same thing, and that came to be true on October 25th, that the LW3A1 was the other sniper. And in my opinion, the LW3A1 was arguably better than the LR. And then in early November, they actually ended up buffing all snipers in general. I went from thinking that the LW3 was better than the LR to the complete opposite now. I think the LR is actually significantly better than the LW3. But I do think that the LR is really the only sniper that makes sense to use right now. And I have 6,000 kills with the LW3 and 3,000 with the LR. So I have double the amount of kills with the LW3, and I'm still saying the LR is significantly better. And I'm gonna give you guys one little secret. Run Enforcer, I'm telling you, is the game-changing perk setup. Here's my LR class. I think you can change a few things here and there. This one is obviously a 5 attachment class. If you want an 8 attachment class, here it is. I'm live all the time on Twitch. Please come support your boy. I'm trying really hard to grind this out. If not, I completely understand. A lot of people promote and do it shamelessly, and I'm sorry. The proof is in the pudding. Look at all these crazy clips I hit. A lot of them were in the intro, but I cut a lot of it out, so here they are.
But I feel like sometimes you do too much. Like,
Oh!
Triple, was that triple collab?
Yeah, bro, that should have been a triple head. Oh my god.
I never.
How close to this triple head? I was right here.
See him.
Ah.
Gosh, I don't understand.
I'm so surprised you guys haven't heard of the Caramel one story.
No, never.
Probably hard, Carl.
Only on Tuesday.
Bro, that pistol is ridiculous, bro.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
I said a 6 on.
They couldn't because she was in
They're fucking hiding a little bit.
like 3 on B. Right here. Oh crap, I'm back.
Said a fucking split 5 on.
My fault.
He definitely did something.
3 KK, bro. He ain't too much.
Quad feed. Dude, that was the most ridiculously easy quad feed. Am I in a fucking bot lobby? The jersey?
Well, she was in the team.
Oh, nice.
That's like you remember when FaZe had that one girl. They had they were holding their boobs up for the Christmas thing.
I just hit 6 multi. I had one of the most scary, creepy things happen to me that I've never once talked about before, and I'm going to talk about it here today. This was like demonic, like devil type story. I never once believed in that kind of stuff. I've never been like a huge believer in religion or anything like that. So I was never like, yo, I'm scared of the ghost. I'm like, no, never. So my ex-girlfriend had an older brother who smoked a lot of weed, and you'll see how this part ties into the story towards the end. He was smoke a lot of weed. I'm talking a lot. But he was like a nerd. He wasn't your typical pothead. It was like you wouldn't know he smoked weed unless he told you. I saw him smoke out of this vaporizer once, which he would put physically the weed inside of the vaporizer. Didn't think anything of it, obviously, because like I don't care about that kind of stuff. Do you, boo? Like, I don't care. And then out of nowhere, I get a phone call. He was, you know, saying that there's someone inside of him, having like possession type talks, like something's possessing me, something's inside of me. And at that moment, I was like, okay, well, there's no way like this is actually happening right now. I felt bad for her brother and everything, but I just didn't think anything of it. And then the following day came around, and he was having such a bad exorcist devilish possession in his mind that he wanted to get baptized, and he didn't want to leave the house though, so they baptized him in the pool. And they brought over a bunch of people for this, not a priest or anything like that, just like people who are kind of religious in the family. He got baptized, and I kind of didn't believe a lot of it either, because I think when you hear that stuff on the phone, like through a phone call, you don't really believe it until you see it. I thought maybe he was having like a mental breakdown and kind of saying that kind of stuff because of that. But then I got a Snapchat video on my phone. She sent me the video of her brother literally full-blown laying on the ground convulsing. Like convulsing to the point where you're like, oh, this is not possible to fake. Like, there's no way he's faking this. Like, this would have to be the world's best actor if he were to fake this. I saw that video and his eyes were literally rolling back to the back of his head. He was screaming, "Get out of me! Get out of me!" It was so crazy, and that I was in such shock that was actually going on that I didn't want to believe it. As it set in for a couple hours, I was like, okay, that's obviously very, very real, at least to him, that he's having an exorcist moment. And I was like, this is straight out of a movie, dude. Like, I don't want to be about any of this. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be over here kind of deal. Like, I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not getting possessed. Not happening to me. There's no way that's happening to me. Time continues. I can't sleep. I can't sleep the first night, the second night. Like, I can't sleep the whole week. Just, dude, it actually messed with me so bad mentally. And then time passes by. I'm listening to Joe Rogan, which I may get made fun of for that, but I'm listening to Joe Rogan, and he mentions that there's people who smoke mass amounts of weed, and it creates a schizophrenic, however you want to pronounce it, I don't know, break that happens. And it's very common that a lot of people don't know it, but they have the gene in their body that if they get a little bit too high, they can have these schizophrenic breaks that are pretty, scary. And I came to the conclusion, and so did his family, that was probably more so the case of what happened than a real exorcist moment, you know what I mean? So that made me sleep a whole lot better, knowing that was probably the case, but it also made me feel a whole lot worse that that happened to the guy. I felt really bad. He does have a relative who does have schizophrenia at a pretty bad level as well. So it's pretty intense. My advice, man, if you're someone who has never smoked before, be very careful and do diligent. Don't get too high to the point where, you can cause a schizophrenic break that, probably would have never happened otherwise. I'm live all the time on Twitch, like I said before. I'm going to be sniping literally right after I'm done editing this video. So I hope you guys have a good day. Love you all. Bye.